Hero pools now only matter for Master and Grandmaster players. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Stalosa, and this is some incredible news. So we've got a post from Scott Mercer on the forums, and it's got loads of info, but the headline info is the hero pools now only matter for Master and Grandmaster players. What that means is, if you are 3,500 or above, then you have the hero pool system in place. If you are below that, which is basically like 95% of the player base is below Master, you no longer have to worry about hero pools. And this is fantastic, because what this means is you don't have to worry about your hero being banned, because it's not going to be banned. Of course, if you make it to Master, then yeah, your hero might be banned that week for whatever reason. But this is an actually huge change, and this is a change I think the game really needed. And this is going to be super cool for the game. Honestly, I'm so pumped for this, because like I've been getting a ton of feedback off you guys, and it's like, Sty, yeah, I played Overwatch, but I can't play this week because my hero's banned, so I just don't play. Now, is that really fair for somebody who's in silver, bronze, gold, platinum, diamond? Not really, because the meta doesn't matter at those levels. And Blizzard have actually said the meta doesn't really matter unless you're playing in high Master and above. And it's actually true. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you guys know I do a lot of Overanalyze, and I watch a lot of clips back. And most of the time, we don't even focus on the actual meta in the game. We're just focusing on that player getting better at the hero that they play, because that's all that really matters at the average ranks in the game. Yeah, sure, if we're looking at a Master player, then we're going to start talking about things like ult tracking. We're going to start talking about things about, counter picks, running meta comps, what is the meta, what should be, that kind of stuff. But we don't need to do that for the majority of the player base. So let's get stuck into this post, because it's actually pretty damn good, this is. All right, let's do it. So updates to hero pools from Scott Mercer, an Overwatch developer. So this is what he says. We've been continuing to read, listen, and watch feedback on hero pools from members all across the Overwatch community, and we're going to make additional changes to the feature to address many of these concerns. Let's jump right into what we're doing. So firstly, hero pools will now use Overwatch League data. This is great, again, because there was a lot of weird things going on in Overwatch League when they were using basically the playtime of heroes in competitive and then banning them out of Overwatch League, and like Overwatch League doesn't even use them. All kind of weird. So this is what they're doing. Starting this weekend, hero pools eligibility will be determined using hero pool usage rates from Overwatch League games. While initially our data showed that there were many similarities in hero usage between online high-level competitive play and Overwatch League matches, online hero usage over the last few weeks has seen a lot of changes due to the release of patch 1.47's balance updates, experimental card, and echo. There were some significant differences between online hero picks versus the most played hero compositions in Overwatch League. I mean, and that's to put it lightly, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm looking at you, May and Reaper. Determining hero pools with online data did achieve our goal to increase hero variance in matches, and the point of hero pools is not to just ban the heroes that some players might dislike or consider overpowered. However, May and Reaper not seeing enough online play to even be considered for rotation was an issue that we wanted to address. After Overwatch League finishes their season this year, we'll switch back to using data from high-level competitive play matches until the next season of the Overwatch League begins. Okay, now the reason why this is super good is when you watch Overwatch League that is, you will see May used in a lot of games, right? May, Ashe, May, Reaper. This is kind of what we were seeing a lot at the Overwatch League level. And then the hero bans come out. And if we take the hero bans for last week, so not the... In fact, we could take the hero bans for this week, but let's just take the ones from last week, because they included Echo. Echo was banned from being played in Overwatch League. For the first week she was eligible to ever be played in Overwatch League, but she was banned. Now, obviously that had zero impact on the meta at the Overwatch League level, because she wasn't even in the game, and then she was banned. So they had no way of really playing with it. It was just like, it was crazy. What they do play with is a lot of Reaper. You see a lot of May. Now, heroes like Tracer getting banned. Yeah, okay, they did play quite a bit of Tracer. But if you look now, we've got Widowmaker and we've got McCree banned as DPS. Yeah, they did play a bit of McCree and a little bit of Widow. But what we were seeing for the last couple of weeks is a very set type of meta that was in place that revolved around May quite a lot for the DPS selection, when it came to Overwatch League games. So, and also a little bit of Reaper. So, well, quite a lot of Reaper, to put it lightly. So this is good, right? Because this means we're going to see more variance now at the Overwatch League level, and it should make the games more interesting, and we won't just be seeing Mei over and over again. And we know the Overwatch League players absolutely hate playing against Mei because it's frustrating as hell. So this is a good change here. This is good news. Scott goes on to say, refining the algorithm. As part of moving back to Overwatch League data, we're also looking to make some minor changes in the algorithm to lessen the chance of what might be best described as hero rotation ping pong. Now, I talked about this in a couple of videos last week, but this is the idea of, well, McCree and Widow get banned every other week, and so does Reinhardt. So this week you can play Reinhardt, but because he's going to be played so much, well, Reinhardt is probably going to get banned next week, and then, we'll be playing back to Winston and back to Orisa, and then what about the DPS? Is Echo going to get banned next week? Well, probably the way it was going, because everybody's playing Echo, because now she's available to play again, because she was banned the second week into a launch, which is absolutely crazy to think about. Anyway, let's move on. Where a hero is rotated out every other week, while the current algorithm makes heroes with higher usage rate percentages also see a higher chance of being rotated, that does exacerbate the chance of heroes repeatedly being removed. Also, highly played heroes the community really likes seeing played have the same chances of being rotated out as highly played heroes the community doesn't like. The goal is to create variance in the available heroes week to week. And that means there will be a wide range of reactions from the community on each week's hero pool from the comps we see in OWL. This week should be super interesting to, this week's hero pool is the worst. It depends on which heroes you like to play and watch. So that makes sense, right? I don't think I really need to go into too much detail on that. That just makes sense as is. Now, this is the bit about hero pools in Master and Grandmaster only, which is actually huge, guys. I mean, this is massive, right? Because, as I said, most of the population doesn't play at Master level and above. So it means that you'll be able to play all the heroes, which is like, yeah, at those levels, at every rank leading up to Master, it's about mastering the heroes that you play, right? It's about playing together as a team, yeah, sure. But then when you get into Master and when you get above, then it's really about looking at the meta, playing the meta comps, replicating what you see at Overwatch League. And that's just not been possible, right? And you could even say that Master is the very first step on the path to Pro. So once you get to Master, you're expected to start understanding the meta, team comps, and how to execute stuff and do all kinds of stuff, right? Then you go into GM, you should be really refining it. Top 500, you're becoming the best on the ladder. And then hopefully you go forward into a contenders team. And then you go into an Overwatch League team. Anyway, this is what Scott says about hero pools. Another big change we're making is to only have hero pools affect online competitive play matches at an average rating of Master or Grandmaster skill level over 3,500 SR. Competitive play at lower skill tiers already sees a tremendous amount of hero composition diversity in their matches, and we don't think that they need a system like hero pools to encourage even more. Unfortunately, this is a change that will require a client patch, and we're a bit too far along in the development process for the upcoming 1.48 patch to add a new feature like this one. This change will take a bit more time to implement. While we all wait for this feature to go live, we've decided to temporarily disable hero pools from being used in all competitive play games. We'll switch them off next Monday morning. May the 4th be with you. Oh dear. When the hero pool normally rotates. For the vast majority of our competitive players who are ranked Diamond and below, this brings their upcoming future without hero pools to them. What do you even read that, ladies and gentlemen? What the hell? Hang on, let me read that again. What? It's like my eyes have gone funny. For the vast majority of our competitive players who are ranked Diamond and below, this brings their upcoming future without hero pools to them way more quickly. Whatever. I'm not sure that makes sense, but I think I'm just being stupid. Whatever. As always, we appreciate all the feedback across the entire Overwatch community about this subject. I bet they do. We really believe in the hero pools feature, and while we've seen a lot of positive results so far, we also know there's always room for more iteration and improvement. Thanks, everyone. Okay, right. Okay. Oh my God. So, hopefully, right, in a year's time, when Overwatch 2 is out, hopefully, we'll have a full pick and ban system in Masters and above that the pros are using at Overwatch League, right? They're picking and banning each game. We're doing it each game, and that's fine. Everybody in Diamond and below, they can play what they like. There's no pick and bans, and that's beautiful. Maybe that's where we go, right? And this is the first step on the ladder. However, what this means here is we will not get hero pools next week for any rank. That's fine, right? That's totally fine. But the big thing here, it's like I said at the top of this video, the big thing is they've looked at hero pools and they've decided that this isn't appropriate for everybody playing Overwatch. And I don't think it is. And it really, really isn't, right? Because you don't want your hero banned. It makes you feel like crap. It makes you think, why am I, what? I want to play this game. Oh, wait, I've been banned. I can't play it. What the hell? That's terrible. So it's great that they've come back and they've addressed that. So this is overall a positive change here. I can't see any negatives really with what's happening here. I think this is totally fine. You could start going even further forward with this and say, well, you should probably bring back decay for masters and above. Because if you're going to start applying these restrictions, then having no decay at those ranks, well, that's a little bit problematic because you can play, let's say, like I could play today. So I did my placement games on Port Pie today. You guys have been watching footage in the background. It placed, I think it was 3.9k when it finished, but it was getting games like low GM-ish, kind of around there. Well, I could just leave that account now and come back to it at the end of the season, which is only like a few days away anyway. But I could come back and I could play, let's say like, I don't know, 2 weeks later, and possibly the meta's completely different, and I've still got that rank because I haven't decayed. Really, I should have been decayed, right? Because I'm not actively playing the game. You need to be playing the game all the time to maintain a rank. At least that's how it should work. So maybe they'll start doing stuff like that in the future. But as I said, this could be the first like baby step towards actually giving us a proper pick and ban system. Interesting times for Overwatch, guys. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. As ever, thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.